fact, we will never enjoy true success until we learn to see the big picture. Hi, I'm Steve Diggs. This is The Big Picture. Welcome aboard. Now to the homepage. Today I want to give you 4 great tips for developing a successful family budget. Now before you tune off, I know people don't like to talk about budgets. We think about budgets along with things like diets and root canals and pain and austerity and all kinds of grief. I'm going to suggest that there is a much happier, better way to think about a budget. And it might actually start with renaming the budget. Hey, have you noticed we don't have used cars anymore? These are all pre-owned autos. We don't have TV reruns. They're all encore performances. Well, I got to thinking about this. Why don't we call a budget something different? Why don't we simply call this our personal financial freedom plan? I like that. It is personal, it's about our finances, and it will give us freedom if we will just plan. This is our personal financial freedom plan, and if you wish, just shorten it and call it your PFFP. I want to share with you this day 4 different tips on how to do a budget and get it done right. Number 1, top of the list is simply this. You need to know what we call it, your true income is. Well, what's that about? Well, you know, a lot of times when I'm talking to people about their money, I'll say, well, so how much do you make? And they'll say whatever, you know, we make whatever, $60,000 a year. Ding, 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 wrong. That ain't what they make. That's what we call the gross income. And the reason we call that the gross income is because that's how we feel when we realize we're not getting all that money. That's before the FICA and the Social Security, Medicare, taxes, union dues, all of that junk goes out. And by the time we're through paying all that stuff, our $60,000 probably looks more like about whatever, $45,000 or $50,000. But you have to know what your true income is so you'll know how much you have to spend. Second thing, we need to do this monthly budget every single month. Steve, does that mean I have to spend 5 hours a month doing my budget? No, it could take that long in the first month or 2. But the goal is to get it down to the point that all we have to do is simply look at our budget, kind of catch our breath, review it in 3 or 4 minutes, make sure that everything still looks right, and go on with life. Third thing, we need to do this budget, listen carefully, we need to do this budget in writing. Listen to me, there is no such animal as a budget that's not on paper. I don't care whether we're talking about a budget or a new law or the Constitution of a nation. Until that thing has been reduced to writing, it's nothing more than a bunch of free-flying ideas out here in wide open space, ready for revision with every little whim that comes around. You got to put it on paper or it does not count. And number 4, prioritize. This is when we make our budget in the order of things from the most important to the least important. This way we ask ourselves, hey, look, if I only had $1,000 coming in this month, what would be job 1? And then what comes after that and after that? At least this way we pay the rent before we pay the cable bill. I'm Steve Diggs. This has been The Big Picture. We'll catch you next time.